Hey everyone, it's Mad along with Goo, and today we're going to talk about gem slime and a golden opportunity for people who don't have the other slime goddess Seraphie. Stay tuned why gem slime is such a golden opportunity for people to try and pull. All right, gem slime is a very interesting unit, but I will say that its leadership effect is pretty poor. Increases slime spell power by 20%. Even Gem Slime really doesn't want to use it that often overall, and is by far the biggest disappointment for the entire unit. It's a slime. It is a heal slime. Uh, I rate it the second best healing unit in the game. Also the second best healing slime in the game, behind Seraphie. Others prefer Gem Slime over Seraphie, and I will explain why. Um, the first skill, damage barrier, is an absolute killer skill, and I mean that in the most positive way. 0 to 2 range, it reduces damage to one unit by 15%. This is an insanely powerful skill that it would allow even itself. So it naturally gets 30% damage reduction and also to all resistances. It can actually gain 5 as well for your third or first, second, and fourth um, skills instead of the single one. The one negative about this is yes, it reduces all the damage by 30%, but MP consumption is increased by 20%, which gets mitigated as well with its recovers MP each turn as well. So it's a very interesting unit. Um, it can reduce itself another 15% on top of that, or to any other unit. So if you have a selfless tank that you're a little worried about, Gem Slime can cast 15% on that, which is a huge, huge buff. Where Seraphie would be able to heal it each time it took a hit. So you can kind of pick and choose which one you're interested in. Um, as you know, they're both very, very interesting units. Second one, Golden Multi Heals, probably the strongest heal in the game. Let me remove the probably. It's the strongest heal in the game. It greatly recovers units within the AOE, and it can be done anywhere for the center from 0 to 3 spaces, so it covers an absolute huge range in that plus sign. And it removes abnormal conditions as well. And this is what gives it super strength. Seraphie gives you regeneration over time, and this allows you to remove abnormal conditions. I think it's actually slightly better than what Seraphie can do. Uh, but interestingly enough, if you're willing to turtle just have two really strong attack units, you can actually turtle a fight with both Gem Slime and Seraphie, and they would actually not butt heads with each other. So even if you do have Seraphie, you could theoretically be using Gem Slime along with, and honestly, at that point, most battles would be quote unquote winnable, just by as long as your selfless tank has a pretty large or large enough HP and defense to survive. The Gem Slime and Seraphie would go along greatly with them. Finally, Gem Slime has a gold cannon, which is an absolute monster of a spell. It causes non-elemental spell damage. It's a range of 3, and that does the plus. And along with that, so it can actually do a very large amount of damage as well. It has a very large wisdom pool above and beyond that as well. So unlike Seraphie, who can really only help by increasing attack power, which is a fairly large attack power, mind you. uh, Gold Cannon just will do some massive damage, but it does require a lot of MP consumption. And on top of that, with its 20% MP increase because of its gem body, it is a little bit of a odd thing because the MP recovery is relatively small, so you can't really cast a gold cannon very often. First awakening skills recovers MP each turn. Second and fourth is that all attribute resistance plus the resistance 5%. Third and fifth is the gold cannon power up 5%. Gem slime, you kind of, if you can get it to the fourth heart, is a incredibly powerful buff set, just because of that overall damage reduction. Its HP and defense combination still pretty large, especially with such a very large reduction in damage overall. So 585 HP with 493 defense. This isn't like the Emperor Slime where you worry a great deal about it. You still worry a little bit, but still, the HP defense is great. The one, because of that 30% resistance, still a little worried about breath attacks and martial attacks because they can still do a decent amount of damage to Gem Slime. But depending on how many hearts you have, that HP is theoretically 30 to 40% larger than what it is there just from the overall damage absorption. So it does have a lot more theoretical HP than you'd give it credit for. Its agility is a little slow at 316, but it's fast enough. Movement of 2, no surprise there. Wisdom 428, though, adds a lot to that gold cannon's power. And attack of 250, which is actually better than I would have expected from the Gem Slime unit. But all in all, you're not really going to be attacking with the Gem Slime very much at all until the very end of the battle when you're basically all out of MP. Preferred weapon, I would say, is probably the Magic Wand. Spell power 4%, Wisdom 28. Honestly, if you want to go for something that gives MP, there is also a weapon that is coming in this event, which I will talk about either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. I'll put it on YouTube as well. This one here is a 100 mini metal exchange weapon. Alchemy is going to be spell power, MP, and not attack, sorry, but wisdom. All in all, the thing for the Gem Slime is you're either looking for MP or you might even be looking for HP. I went with the Magic Wand here, but if you can equip it with a weapon that gives it HP, it'll make it that much harder to destroy. And all in all, it is a unit that could use a lot of different weapon types. Preferred skills, I'm actually giving it 2 damage skills. You can also give it any type of buff or debuff if you want as well. But with its high spell power, bang, MP consumption of 30 is very good, and zap is also very good for this as well. For the pros cons, pull has a very large reduction in damage and resistance, so it makes for a great tank overall. Also makes for a great healer. MP regeneration is good, and it's a really versatile unit overall. Its big weakness is the movements to its leadership effect. Honestly, just sucks. And with the golden body, the damage reduction is fantastic, but it also costs you for MP for 20%, so that's fairly annoying. And will I pull? Not very much. I personally like Seraphie much better. And would rather depend on her than Gem Slime. I do hope I get Gem Slime, but I'm not going to go very hard. There are other units that I'm targeting, especially very, very soon. If you don't have Seraphie, though, I highly suggest you go for Gem Slime. I think Seraphie just works better, but there are others that really prefer Gem Slime, and it's the way that you kind of go for the game. So all in all, very, very, very good unit. It's just Seraphie's my healer of choice. If your healer of choice is Gem Slime, then obviously you're going to be going all in. The A symbol units is the gold-plated puppet. It is a Interesting unit here. The stats are wrong. I'm sorry. Don't worry about the stats. Basically, what you're going to treat this is an MP transfer unit. So it costs 60 MP and it recovers MP of one companion other than yourself. This is its main overall usage. Oomph can increase strength of one unit and has zap for the spell damage. All in all, it is not exactly the greatest unit for damage. What it does is MP transfer, and you treat it as an MP battery. Uh, all in all, though, for the most part, unless if you're willing to sacrifice a damage dealer, you're probably not going to be using the gold plated puppets. You can add another buff or debuff. The leadership reduced spell consumption by 5% for MP is not really useful. And as I say, really all you're going to be using it for is the MP transfer skill, which might actually be needed for specific plans for specific areas, but otherwise you will not be using him. So I hope you guys enjoy. As I say, I'm not going very hard for Gem Slime, but that's because I prefer Seraphie. But good luck to everyone who does want Gem Slime. This is a banner unit where a lot of people have been waiting for as well. And unfortunately, this is smack in the dab of a lot of other really cool banners. I will go over very quickly as well soon on the golden next 2 weeks. This will be a great chance to get you some gold. There will be some EXP bonuses as well. So this will be pretty good for a lot of people. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you about that later. Bye, everyone.